From being born into a family of athletes and playing in other sports like golf, to being fined by his mother each time he commits turnovers. I guess there were no fines for this Burger King advert, and this gold medal at the Olympics too. Here's why Steve Curry is unstoppable and better than most basketball legends. Steve Curry's athletic background is no longer new. We all know that both his parents are athletes. Now, let me explain why he is better than most legends. Curry was selected by the Warriors with the 7th overall choice in the first round of the 2009 NBA draft, and they have received a good return on their investment. Along with Draymond Green and Klay Thompson, the 34-year-old has contributed significantly to Golden State's 3 championship trophies this century since joining the squad. Stephen Curry reached a goal he has been working toward for almost his whole career on Tuesday, December 14, 2021. Curry became the all-time leader in the number of three-pointers made during the regular season when he made a 3 against the New York Knicks, surpassing NBA icon Ray Allen's record of 2,973. It's an occasion for celebration that has also been inevitable for many years. The league's top shooter, Curry, is said to have sunk 402 three-pointers in a single season during the 2015-16 campaign. In November, he eclipsed Allen's record for the most three-pointers made in both regular and postseason play. He has surpassed Allen's regular season record in 500-plus fewer games this season alone, averaging 5 made three-pointers per game. Allen set the mark in 13 games. He has only played 786 games this season. For Curry, the shot that revolutionized the game of professional basketball throughout his lifetime has evolved into a natural extension of his skill. Curry claimed there is no consideration given to the mechanics or anything that goes into the shot. It happens naturally from the moment you see me dribbling or the ball entering my hand until it lands in my hand, at which point I know I'm going to shoot. Curry, who was already testing his long-range abilities as a youngster, has the task of a lifetime ahead of him after this record-breaking moment. Curry remarked, "When I was growing up, I could always shoot. That was something that just sort of happened. Even as young as 9 or 10 years old, I could shoot the ball with a specific touch and feel, reaching the high school three-point line." Growing up, his favorite player was Hall of Fame shooting guard Reggie Miller of the Indiana Pacers. Miller set the record for the most three-pointers made until Ray Allen broke it in 2011. Curry recalls that particular occasion. Lose against Cleveland. Throughout his career, Steve Curry has made 6 trips to the NBA Finals. The Warriors have claimed 4 titles while losing 2. Among the 2 defeats, one will be remembered forever. Golden State won 73 games the next season after winning the NBA title in 2015. However, they notoriously lost their second finals series against the Cleveland Cavaliers despite taking an early 3-game lead in the series. Curry talked about the Warriors' historic 2016 season that ended in tragedy as he appeared on an episode of The Old Man and the 3 podcast with former NBA guard J. Redick. It comes with a lot of emotion. The 73-9 chase, we started 24-0 coming off a championship, getting everybody's best shot, still winning, Curry explained. I'm not sure when we even brought up the topic of 73-9. I guess it was just after the All-Star break when you start to consider the possibility that if we win 7 of the next 8 games, we may make it there. Subsequently, it emerged as a significant topic of conversation for the final 20 games, which we pursued and completed. I recall that Game 82 was a doubleheader, with us playing Memphis in an attempt to win our 73 RD game, and Kobe Bryant playing in his final game in LA versus Utah, where he scored 60 points or something. It was the height of the NBA. Comeback against Boston? Curry bounced back from a poor Game 5 performance, an anomaly in an otherwise great series for the Warriors hero, to lead his team to a 103-90 triumph at the TD Garden in Boston, thereby securing a 4th title in 8 years for the squad. It follows just 2 seasons after the Warriors had the lowest league performance ever. After a run of 5 straight finals, then a plunge to the basement of the NBA and finally a return to glory, this win finished a journey unlike any other. Every Warrior, ironically, contributed to the triumph in Game 6. Curry led the way, with 34 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists, in addition to 2 steals and 1 block, enough to see him win NBA Finals MVP for the first time in his career. Missing the playoff. When the Sacramento Kings ran out of the gym, 118-94 Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors began their offseason. The Dubs avoided elimination at the hands of the same opponent behind Curry's 50-point masterwork almost a year earlier. Though he fried the Kings in the first round of the playoffs last season, he couldn't call on the same performance in their last game. Curry is not going anywhere. The Warriors have a season of uncertainty. They will have to choose what to do with Klay Thompson, who played his worst game perhaps in 2 years. The 4-time champion missed everything he fired during the game and did not try even 1 free throw against the Kings. Sacramento scheduled a match with the New Orleans Pelicans for the 8th spot and the opportunity to challenge the top-seeded OKC Thunder. The front management of the Golden State Warriors will also have to closely review the performance of this year and make difficult decisions. The Olympics. Steph Curry took the ball in center court with 16 seconds remaining at the Bercy Arena. He was 30 feet from the rim when he started to fall backward, his view of the basket obscured by 2 French defenders in front of him. The seconds ticked away before he lost control, before gravity took hold, and the day was getting closer. Curry fired the ball in a powerful, flat, perfect arc, despite being blind, and the scream of the fans confirmed that he had reached the unseen target beyond his flailing hands. Even under ideal circumstances, the precision of the Morse code was astounding. However, at that point, Curry was experiencing his own pure bright moment. He was playing with a type of light surrounding him, and he was helping the USA men's basketball team win the gold medal, which, despite all of France's hard work and devotion, always looked to be theirs to take. Stephen Curry applauds during the men's basketball Olympic final. Curry shines late as the US defeats France to win the gold medal in basketball at the Olympics. Continue reading. Curry's three-pointer in the last 2 minutes of the game was his 3rd of the game. In a similarly skillful manner, Curry executed a hilariously casual feint that no one seems to be able to read anymore. He dropped a shoulder to send the closest Frenchman running up the stairs, out of the stadium, and down to the Gare de Lyon. He then made the net whir with an astonishingly efficient movement. The US won this Paris 2024 final 98-87, earning them their 5th consecutive Olympic gold medal, a feat that someone will undoubtedly refer to as a 5-peat, but not before earning it through an intensely competitive match in front of a raucous home audience. The USA ultimately just possessed too many weapons and too many cutting edges to draw from. After attempting and failing to suppress the inaugural Dream Team, Cuba's coach is credited with saying, "You can try, but you can't cover the sun with your finger," in 1992. If you have been following the Olympics, you will know that Curry was made for that goal. The Bercy Arena is a massive hangar without windows that is square. It has high tires and is quite chilly at the top of the bleachers. Below, there are flags, blue French colors, and the characteristic crackling of event splendor that always accompanies these kinds of events. The stars of France had emerged. There was Thierry Henry inside, and Emmanuel Macron too. However, there's always a feeling that US basketball is in a unique place, like a mobile sports embassy. It's just the way these events are. Olympic basketball is a form of itinerant spectacle. Uncle Sam is wearing huge shoes. These days, the Olympic Games are a distinctly American event driven by US TV money and attended by ultra-wealthy Americans who travel there for sports. Its center, its lifeblood, and its ultimate deterrent is basketball. The Olympics are here for a lot of Americans. Thank you for staying through till the end. Don't forget to subscribe.